Alright, the next thing we're going to do to this photograph is we're going to add a vignette. And what a vignette is it basically is going to sort of make a border that's slightly darker than the original photograph. And obviously a lot of programs do these vignettes, but I like to do it myself because I can customize it and I can make it any shape I want. And what I mean by that is I'm going to make it a little bit darker over here, not as bright down here, that's fine by me, and maybe a little bit darker over here, but I just want to give it a border, a more natural border. So I'm going to go up here to the select tool, and I'm just going to drag it across, make it a little bit thicker on this side, and then I'm going to go really light down here. So this is where the customization comes in. I'll go a little bit thicker on the other side as well. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to select and inverse. So right now I have just this inside selected, and I'm going to invert it so I have this sort of this ring, rectangular ring. So inverse. So now you see that you've got the dancing ants, marching ants around here, and then go to modify and then feather. So right now if I did this next move without doing the feather, it would just be a really dark edge, but I don't want it to be that dark, and I don't want it to be so harsh right at that line. So I'm going to feather it with 200, anywhere from 150 to 200 would probably work. You can see it's curved off. That's the feather. So now what I'm going to do is push Command J on a Mac. It's the button next to the space bar, and I'm just going to turn off these layers, and you can see what happened. So the feathering effect made this cool gradual change. So if I turn this one back on, you can't even see that it's there because it's identical. But if I change the blending mode, instead of normal, if I change it to multiply, you can see that it's gotten a little bit darker, and it barely even did anything down to the bottom. So here's the before, here's the after. I think it just helps it bring these dancers in. And if you think it's a little too strong, you can go to the opacity here, make sure that this one's still selected, and you can draw that down a little bit. I think it was a little too strong for me too, so I think that looks good. Okay, so there's how to do your own custom vignette.